Hello, viewers. A very good evening to all of you, and I hope you are doing great and you are having fun with your life. And in today's video, let's learn about a Marxist philosophy. This is an essay, The Formation of the Intellectuals. It is taken from Antonio Gramsci's Marxist work, Prison Notebooks. Prison Notebooks was published in 1948, and it was originally written in Italian language when Antonio Gramsci was imprisoned by Italian fascist regime of Benito Mussolini. Benito Mussolini was born in 1883 and died in 1945. Uh, Benito Mussolini was a dictator, and he has rejected any kind of communist belief, communist influence in Italy during his rule. And therefore, despite Anthony Gramsci's parliamentary immunity, as he was a politician, so he was doing aggressive campaign of stamping out opposition politics at that time, and he was the head of the Italian Communist Party at that time. Despite his political position and immunity, he was imprisoned, and he was taken to prison by the this Benito Mussolini regime in 1926 for being a Marxist or for being a communist. And at that time, when he was taken to prison, in the prison, he has written some works related to Marxism and communism, though his works were not utterly similar with Marxism. Rather, it was a little bit uh, digressed from the Marxist theory. He has tried to put some new concepts through his works, though it is a part of Marxist theory, but it is not completely part of it. And it is considered this work, the prison notebooks, which is published in 1948, it is considered as an instrumental work on Marxism and communism. And this is also considered as the greatest contribution to the 20th century political philosophy or political theory. Besides, this book is also a discussion of key issues affecting Marxist theory after the worldwide economic depression of the early 1930s. As we all know, worldwide economic depression it occurred in 1930s when all the stock markets were crushed and people were dying for food. They had no money, and if they had money too, that money was too useless because of so much inflation. Okay. And if you want to buy a loaf of bread, then you have to take at least means one or two sake or one or two bags of money to buy that particular thing. That was the economic depression. Got it? And at that time, how Marxist theory was means Marxist system or Marxist, this theory was not able to influence capitalist economy, and uh, and how Marxist was had failed to materialize in the most advanced capitalist nation of the West. These all things are deliberately depicted, argued, and discussed in this book, Prison Notes. And Antonio Gramsci has also introduced the concept of hegemony, or we can say in another word as an ideological and moral leadership of society. According to this theory of hegemony, the ruling class will always try to maintain its position through cultural, moral, and ideological leadership of a group over allied and subaltern groups. In simple language, we can say that it is a type of domination which is based fundamentally on dominated peoples and groups' consent rather than merely on a leader's coercion and exerted force. If we let's take an example here. Uh, if a political party wants to be in a power, then that the political party will try to form government and win election by manipulating people's mind and convincing most of the people of that particular state or the country that their ideology is the best and it is in their greater interest, and this is the best thing for them, and they have no choice but to accept it as this is the best thing. And though in reality that ideology or that theory is not in fact is good in reality, but they try to convince them and people to knowingly or unknowingly, actively or passively or directly or indirectly, they are influenced by this thing, then that will be called hegemony. Means means that particular government will try to rule the people uh, without their means with their consent, but not a concrete consent but abstract consent, means through their various policies, through their various ideologies, like that. We can take an example here, like during World War II or before it too, when Ad- Adolf Hitler had tried to brainwash and manipulate the minds of the Germany's Germany's common people by saying that their race is the pure race, and they belong to Aryan race, and they are the means noblest race in the world, and they should rule in all over the world. And this kind of thinking, through this kind of thinking, he has tried to manipulate and convince people that his ideology is the best, so he should be now made as a captain of the ship, or as a president of that country, or in Germany they call it chancellor, so as the chancellor of Germany. Okay, so that thing is what, that thing is called actually hegemony. Means he is trying to manipulate the minds of people, or manipulate the minds of Germany's countrymen by saying that his ideology is the best, and all people are convinced, as Adolf Hitler has said, that their race is the superior race and it is the purest race. Okay, and these all Nazi, these all Jews are, means they are bloodsuckers, and they are doing nothing for the upliftment of Germany. Just they are earning money for their own means, for their own motives, and this all by saying these all things, he has tried to brainwash the common folks of Germany, and that thing is an instance of cultural hegemony that the writer Antonio Gramsci has tried to depict here. Though at that time when he has tried, means when he has written this work, at that time Hitler was not rising, but this is means that even is to just an example of hegemony of according to Gramsci. Okay, and through that thing he has means come into power as Nazi party. And if we want to take another example, then let's take an example of our India. Okay, here I'm not here with anyone. I'm with neither Congress nor up nor BJP, and I'm with no political party. I'm just neutral, but I'm just here. I will give an example here that BJP will now in the election they will say that okay, you should vote me because we will build many things which is related to our past history, which is related to our religion. Okay, and our religion, religious things must be spread. Okay, this kind of thing will be will be conveyed and spread by the political parties. Not only BJP, there are many more parties with their different kinds of agendas. So if they are successful, and if they have succeeded to manipulate the minds and convince the minds of the countrymen, so and they have come to rule, so that will be called cultural hegemony. Means they have not taken the country's people's consent in a written form, but they have taken it through, means through their hegemony, through their cultural hegemony. Got it? Okay. Now, apart from that, let's try to know about what Antonio Gramsci has tried to delineate in the essay, "The Formation of the Intellectual." In the essay, "The Formation of the Intellectuals," Antonio Gramsci has argued that each class in a particular society, it produces its own intellectuals. Okay, and in addition to that, he has also mentioned that within the term intellectuals, there are two distinguished strata, or we can say levels of intellectuals. Number one is organic intellectuals. Now, what is organic intellectuals? Organic intellectuals, it refers to an intellectual member of a social class that are in a position to expose the lies of governments and to analyze actions according to their causes and motives and often hidden intentions. An organic intellectual, he will try to expose some lies of governments or systems, and they will try to analyze actions according to their causes and motives and often hidden intentions. So uh, organic intellectuals can be found in every society or in every state. These organic intellectuals are an important and integral part of that particular state, and they always contribute immensely to economy. and they are the part and parcel of that particular economy or society. For example, we can say the teachers can be said as an organic intellectuals because they try to teach students. They ready, or they build the upcoming generations. They shape, they mold, and they try to give insights to the upcoming generations. So they are an organic intellectuals. And we can say like this I have already talked: teachers, professors, and there are others too, like doctors, literators. Literators are the writers, one who writes poetry, drama, novels, and many more genres related to literature. Filmmakers, actors, and educators, students, social workers, we can say scientists, engineers, etc., etc. There are many more, and these all people, or these all professionals are called as organic intellectuals. They contribute immensely to the economy through various modes and ways. Okay. On the other hand, according to Antonio Gramsci, the another intellectual is called traditional intellectual. Now, what is traditional intellectuals? Traditional intellectuals, it refers to those who do regard themselves as autonomous and independent of the dominant social group. Besides, there are those within capitalist mode of production that remain remote and aloof from the economic and political needs of the capitalist class despite their assimilation, and their contribution is minimal to economy in any society. Okay, so in simple words, traditional intellectuals are those who have powers in a particular society, and they have gained, or they have acquired that power since time immemorial. And that power they have gained through means various generations, means so that all thing that that thing has become a tradition for them, and they are traditionally respected. They are traditionally well known, all people respect them. Okay, so those people will be called traditional intellectuals, and uh, they have very minimal contribution to any particular economy, or to any state, if we talk about economy. Okay, and we can take example like religious heads or preachers, church preachers, church leaders, religious leaders, heads, priests, monks, pandits, astrologers. These all people, or these all figures, they are called traditional intellectuals. Means they have been respected since time immemorial in the society for their knowledge, and that knowledge they have gained from generation to generation. But in reality, their contribution is not so considerable in any particular economy. uh, that's the thing the writer Antonio Gramsci has tried to depict, or tried to draw in this chapter, through this chapter. And thank you so much for watching the video. This is just my own perspective, and if you have any kind of doubt, and any kind of confusion, you must read the book. You must read the whole book. And thank you so much for watching the video. This is not an absolute video on Gramsci's prison notes. You must abide by the actual text, original text. This is just my own perspective. You can have your own perspective. Thank you so much.